गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य शतसत शिष्य माता भैशरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्री प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य शतसत शिष्य माता भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्री राधा माधव वत्स शक्तिवृंद श्री मायापुर चंद्र की श्री पंचतत्व की श्री सिंहदेव प्रसाद महाराज की श्री राम संकीर्तन की नवदेव मायापुर धाम की समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitang Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिष्ये नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 24, chapter is entitled The Renunciation of Kardama Muni, text number 21 to 26. 26 is on the board, so I'll read the translation from text number 21 to 25, then we chant together text number 26. Translation of text 21. O Vidura, after the departure of Brahmā, Kardama Muni, having been ordered by Brahmā, handed over his 9 daughters as instructed to the 9 great sages who created the population of the world. Translation to 22 and 23. Kardama Muni handed over his daughter Kala to Marichi, another daughter Anusua to Atri. He delivered Shraddha to Angira and Habibru to Pulasta. He delivered Goti to Pulaha and the chaste Kriya to Kratu, Khyati to Bhrigu and Arundhati to Vasishtha. Text 24. He delivered Santi to Atharva. Because of Santi, sacrificial ceremonies are well performed. Thus he got the foremost Brahmanas married, and he maintained them along with their wives. 25, text 25. Thus married, the sages took leave of Kardama and departed full of joy, each for his own hermitage, O Vidura. Now we'll chant text 26. Sa-ca-va-tir-nam trijugam aggayo vibudharsavam vivikto upasangyamya pranamma samabhasata. Sa-ca-va-tir-nam trijugam aggayo vibudharsavam vivikto upasangamya pranamma samabhasata. Sa-ca-va-tir-nam triyogam aggayo vibudharsavam vivikto upasangamya pranamma samabhasata. Vaishnavis, Sa, the sage Kardama, Cha, and Avatirnam, descended, Triyugam, Vishnu, Agyaya, having understood, Vibhuda Rishabham, the chief of the demigods, Vivikte, in a secluded place, Upasangyamya, having approached, Pranamya, offering obeisances, Samabhasata, he spoke. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. When Kardama Muni understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the chief of all the demigods, Vishnu, had descended, Kardama approached him in a secluded place, offered obeisances, and spoke as follows. Purport. Lord Vishnu is called Trijuga. He appears in three jugas, Satta, Treta, and Dapara. But in Kali Yuga, he does not appear. From the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, however, we understand that he appears garbed as a devotee in Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya is that devotee. Krishna appeared in the form of a devotee, but although he never disclosed himself, Rupa Goswami could understand his identity, for the Lord cannot hide himself from a pure devotee. Rupa Goswami detected him when he offered his first obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. He knew that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna himself, and therefore offered his obeisances with the following words. I offer my respect to Krishna, who has now appeared as Lord Chaitanya. This is also confirmed in the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. In Kali Yuga, he does not directly appear, but he appears as a devotee. Vishnu, therefore, is known as Trijuga. Another explanation of Trijuga is that he has three pairs of divine attributes, namely power and affluence, piety and renown, and wisdom and dispassion. According to Sridhar Swami, his three pairs of opulences are complete riches and complete strength, complete fame and complete beauty, and complete wisdom and complete renunciation. There are different interpretations of Trijuga, but it is accepted by all the learned scholars that Trijuga means Vishnu. When Kardama Muni understood that his son, Kapila, was Vishnu himself, he wanted to offer his obeisances. Therefore, when Kapila was alone, he offered his respects and expressed his mind as follows. Mukam karati vācālam panghulanghayate giring yatkripatamaham bande Sri Gurung Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam. Hare Krishna. So today His Holiness Bhakti Prahar Swami Maharaj was supposed to give class, but he became suddenly sick, and organizer called me to give the class around 7:30. I am also sick, but to help Maharaj, I just agreed to speak on this verse today. And this verse is talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very interesting. So renunciation of Kardama Muni is the chapter, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the subject matter. So in the purport it is said that Lord is known as Tri-juga. Tri-juga has many explanations, but one of the explanation is he appears only in three yugas: Satya-juga, Treta-juga and Dwapar-juga. But he does not appear in Kali-juga. That is a normal explanation. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunang vinasaya ca duskritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami juge juge. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he appears in every juga. So every juga also includes Kali Juga. So it's a contradiction. But there is no contradiction. So we'll try to understand that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he went to Jagannath Puri. All of you know that at the age of 24, Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And socially, it was not a very, what I can say, very good decision. Because that time, the wife of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was only 16 years old. And he had old mother. And at that time, he decided to take sannyas. Socially, it's not so acceptable decision. Generally, it is said at the age of 50, means when we are at the middle of our life, we should give up family life and go to the forest. So that age is 50. But if you live for 100 years, then that age 50 is applicable. We don't know how long we'll live, but Mahaprabhu knew that he is going to be in this world for 48 years. So 24 years was the perfect age, the middle of his life. He took sannyas. And what is the purpose of sannyas? Experience love of Godhead and distribute love of Godhead. These are the two main purposes of sannyas. For Mahaprabhu, he already had love of Godhead. So he wanted to distribute that love of Godhead to anyone and everyone without any discrimination. What happened when Mahaprabhu was in Navadvip? He was performing the role of a student, a scholar, a teacher, professor. But he was not playing the role of a devotee. And whatever he does, he is very expert in that. So he used to defeat anyone. He'll take a topic, take one side, and tell the opponent, take the other side. He'll defeat him. And he'll tell him, change the side, and he'll defeat him again. That was the scholarship of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. People are very impressed. But devotees are very unhappy. Devotees used to think Nimai is wasting his life. He should become a devotee. So that's why devotees used to avoid Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day Mahaprabhu was coming through one road. Gadadhar Pandit saw Nimai is coming, so he took another route to avoid Nimai. So Nimai understood that devotees are avoiding me. And cause is that he is not a devotee. So he declared, oh, you are avoiding me because I am not a devotee. So one day I show you what kind of devotee I can become. So Mahaprabhu, Nimai went to Gaya to perform the śraddha ceremony of his father. And he took initiation also from his spiritual master, Ishwarapuri. And after having darshan of the lotus feet of Vishnu, today's subject matter is Vishnu also, and receiving the mantra from Guru, he became mad in ecstasy. And he was running towards Vrindavan. That time there was a message from the sky that now is not the time to go to Vrindavan. You appeared to establish the Sankirtan movement. That's your service. Please go back to Navadip and start the Sankirtan movement. Vrindavan, you can go later on. So by this you can understand service is more important than staying in Vrindavan. Right? That's why Srila Prabhupada left Vrindavan externally and traveled all over the globe to render the service to his spiritual master. So Mahaprabhu came here, and that time he was transformed. He saw Krishna in Kanai Narshala, and Krishna disappeared. And Nimai was not able to find where is Krishna. So he was mad in ecstasy, and he was searching for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So with that mood, he came to Navadip. And devotees of Navadip started thinking that Nimai has become mad. Mad. And people are telling also, Sachimata, that Nimai has become mad. And because Sachimata was hearing again and again, what happened? She started also believing, maybe Nimai has become mad. And he was applying medicines, doing some treatment, but nothing was working. So Gadadhar Pandit was asked to check whether Nimai has become mad or not. So after checking, Gadadhar confirmed, yes, he has become mad. But I want that madness also. So different kinds of madness. Transcendental madness. Kiba mantra dila gosai, kiba tar bol, jopite jopite mantra, korila pagal. Mahaprabhu revealed that as soon as I chant the mantra given by my spiritual master, I become mad. This world is the world of madness anyway. But when someone becomes mad for Krishna, that is the perfection of human form of life. So Mahaprabhu was experiencing that madness of love of Godhead. And in the mood of gopis, he used to chant the name of gopis, gopi, gopi, radhe, radhe. But his scholarly friends advised Nimai that this is not proper. You are chanting the name of gopis. You should chant the name of Krishna. That is the conclusion of scriptures. That is the conclusion of Shastra. As soon as Nimai was advised to chant the name of Krishna, he became very, very angry. And he started criticizing externally different activities of Krishna. And he took a stick to beat them up. And all the scholarly friends ran away out of fear. And when they went to a safe place, then they had a meeting the scholars, had ishtagosti. Said, what Nimai thinks about himself? That he is born in a Brahmana family. We are also born in a Brahmana family. He thinks he is a great scholar. We are also great scholars. And now he has crossed all the limits. He wanted to beat us up. If he can beat us up, we can also beat him up. That was the discussion of the Ishtagosti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the Super Soul, the Supreme Lord, understood what's happening. Then he became very morose. He said, I came to deliver all of them. Now, what's happening? Opposite is happening. Opposite is happening. Now, they are criticizing me. They are blaspheming me. And they are planning to beat me up also. So what will happen to them? They'll go to hell. So what disservice I am doing? I came to give them love of Godhead, but completely opposite is happening. So what I should do? I should take sannyas. If I take sannyas, these critics, instead of blaspheming me, they will offer respect and obeisances to me. That was the culture. During that time, sannyasis were very much respected in India. Nowadays it's not the case, actually. We jokingly say nowadays they don't respect, they suspect. But that time, sannyasis were highly respected. And they are respected like God. Because according to Mayapur school, as soon as someone takes sannyas, he becomes Narayan. Danda dharena matrayena nara Narayana bhavet. As soon as someone accepts the danda, he becomes Narayan. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Narayan anyway. So he started thinking, if I take sannyas, these critics will offer obeisances to me, and by that they will be delivered. That's why he decided to take sannyas. So coming to the point that Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he decided to go to Jagannath Puri. Why he decided to go to Jagannath Puri? Because Sachi Mata proposed like that. Sachi Mata at Santipur, she told Nimai that your elder brother took sannyas, I don't know where is he. And now if you take sannyas and go to Vrindavan, then I cannot maintain my life, I have to give up my life. So what to do now? So Mahaprabhu said, whatever you decide, my dear mother, I will follow your instruction. So Mother Sachi said, because you have taken sannyas, you cannot stay in Navadvip. Because after taking sannyas, one should not stay in his own village or town. That is the system. And if you stay in Navadvip, people will criticize. So I cannot bear the criticism. I cannot tolerate the criticism. And if you go to Vrindavan, I cannot tolerate the separation. See the situation? If you stay in Navadvip, I cannot tolerate the criticism. And if you go to Vrindavan, I cannot tolerate the separation. What to do? In between solution. You stay in Jagannath Puri. If you stay in Jagannath Puri, both the things will be maintained. Because Jagannath Puri and Navadvip are like the two rooms in the same house. So devotees from Navadvip go to Jagannath Puri, and devotees from Jagannath Puri come to Navadvip. And I can get regular news about you, and I can maintain my life. Mahaprabhu said, okay, nice proposal, accepted. So Mahaprabhu decided to stay in Jagannath Puri, because he also wanted to stay in Jagannath Puri only. Another explanation is there, why Mahaprabhu wanted to stay in Jagannath Puri. Then he entered into Jagannath Puri and entered into Jagannath temple. By seeing Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fainted on the ground, unconscious. That is the level of darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For us, we take darshan every day, nothing much happens, right? For Mahaprabhu, as soon as he had darshan, he fainted on the ground unconscious. That's why, as a sadhaka, we should not try to see the Lord, deity form, with our eyes, because we cannot see him. To see the deity form of the Lord, we have to have the eye of love. We should have love for Krishna. Then we can see the deity form, really. Then you may say, then as sadhaka, then we should not go to the temple, because anyway you cannot see the Lord. But that's not the recommendation. One devotee in Vrindavan, he used to go to have darshan of Bhakti Bihari, and he used to go to Bhakti Bihari temple every day. But he was blind. He was blind. So people used to ridicule him, laugh at him. Why he comes to Bhakti Bihari temple? He is blind man. So one devotee, out of curiosity, approached him that you are a blind man, why you come to Bhakti Bihari temple to have darshan of Bhakti Bihari? Then he revealed, I come to Bhakti Bihari temple not to take darshan of Bhakti Bihari. I come to Bhakti Bihari temple so that Bhakti Bihari can have darshan of me. If merciful glance of the Lord falls on us, then our life will become successful. So that should be our prayer, that Radha Marab should look at us. Because we are not able to see him, but if they can see us, then our life will become perfect. As a sadhaka, we should not try to see the Lord with our eyes, we should see the Lord through our ears. As a sadhaka, we should hear about Krishna. That is the recommendation. But Mahaprabhu, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came as pure devotee, Srimati Radharani. As soon as he saw Lord Jagannath, he fell on the ground unconscious. And all the symptoms of love of Godhead were manifested in the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the Pandas, they thought that's a disturbance in the temple, they wanted to throw him out. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was there. He understood that this person is not ordinary person, because the symptoms which are exhibited in his body are high-class exhibition, and this is only possible for a person who has attained level of perfection in his spiritual life, because he knows Shastra. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya stopped the Pandas, and he took Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his own house. Then Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda, then Gopinath Acharya, all they came, and discussion started. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya expressed some concern. What is the concern? That he took sannyas from Bharati Sampradaya. And Bharati Sampradaya is not high class, second class. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya gave a proposal, I can reinitiate him in first class Sampradaya, and I can do ceremony also. Name is very good, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, but Sampradaya is not top class. And I want to teach him Vedanta, because he is very young, only 24 years old, very beautiful, but he is not studying Vedanta. He is always chanting, dancing, singing. What is this? I want to protect his sannyas. And how can I protect his sannyas? By teaching him Vedanta. So when devotees heard this, they become very, very upset. Very, very upset. Said, what you are talking? You know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He does not need to take sannyas, but he took sannyas for some purpose. But he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when Mahaprabhu's associates said that, then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's students, they objected very strongly. Said, how can you say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? According to Shastra, Lord is Trijuga. Vishnu is Trijuga. He appears in Satya-juga, Treta-juga and Dwapar-juga. This is the age of Kali. Vishnu does not appear in Kali-juga. So how you can claim that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We understand his very high level of personality, but he cannot be God. That was the logic. I said, please explain to us with logic. Then Gopinanda Acharya said, you cannot understand Krishna by logic. You know Shastra, but you have no mercy of the Lord. That's why you cannot understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as God. Sei śata-dhṛtau bujivare pare, Ishwarer kripale soyeche jahare. It is said, who can understand God? Who has received the mercy of the Supreme Personality of God. He can understand God. Brahmā, he did austerity for many, many years, many celestial years. And after that, he came to the realization. He said, now I have realized. What you have realized? I can never realize Krishna. That was his realization. But we think, oh, by doing some tapasya, by attending some Mangalarati, doing some parikrama, and doing this, doing that, I will understand Krishna. It's not possible. Krishna is unlimited. And we are tiny, very tiny. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Rupa Goswami about pure devotional service and talking about Krishna and other things, he spoke about us. He said the size of the living entity, the size of the spirit soul, to make us humble. And what is the size of the soul? 1/10,000 part of the tip of the hair. It's a new mathematics. We never knew that the tip of the hair can be divided. And tip of the hair can be divided into 10,000 parts. And one part is the size of the soul. But because of the false ego, that tiny living entity thinks he is the controller. Control of the whole universe. He thinks like that. Why? Because of ignorance. So that's why knowing about ourselves, insignificant position of ourselves is very, very important. And for that we need the mercy. We cannot give up our ego by our own endeavor. Only by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Vaishnavas, we can come to the realization that we are very, very insignificant. So, debate continued. They think, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates, they don't know Shastra. Prabhupada writes in the purports also, that people always think, oh, these devotees of ISKCON, they don't know Shastra. They only sing, dance, like sentimental person. And Prabhupada said, you know how many books we have? Which society has so many books? We have so many books. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Ishopanishad. So many books we have, volumes of books. But problem is that we should read those books. Prabhupada took so much effort, so much trouble to write all these books. But we are supposed to read. That also we are not doing. We are so lazy. We are very lazy in Kali Yuga, in spiritual life. Prabhupada used to say that my students should read my books regularly. Regularly means what? Daily. Sometimes we say, oh, I read Krishna book regularly. On every Janmashtami I read Krishna book. That is not the meaning of regularly. Regularly means daily. We have to read Prabhupada's books daily. But only by reading books we cannot understand Krishna also. These scholars, they read so many times. So many times. But they could not understand. Who can understand? Who has received the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then the devotees of Lord Chaitanya started giving argument from Shastra. He said, Trijuga means Krishna does not appear as Leela avatar in Kali Yuga. Krishna has many varieties of incarnation, and one of them is Leela avatar. So Leela avatar does not come in Kali Yuga, but Yuga avatar comes. Yuga avatar comes in Kali Yuga also, because the purpose of Yuga avatar is to establish Yuga dharma. Yuga dharma. And what is the Yuga dharma of Kali Yuga? Harinam Sankirtan. To establish Harinam Sankirtan, Lord has to appear. And Krishna also declares in Bhagavad Gita, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge, he comes in every Yuga. Then there is a quotation given from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Kardama Muni is telling that this Lord, he talks about Krishna, he appeared in what color? White color, red color and yellow color. Now he has appeared in black color. So Krishna appears, Lord appears in Satya Yuga in white color, Treta Yuga red color, Dwapar Yuga black color, and Kali Yuga yellow color. Prahlad Maharaj also explains that in Kali Yuga, Lord does not appear as Lord. He does not exhibit his opulences. Krishna has 6 opulences in full, right? Aishwarjasya samagrasya virjasya jasayasriya jnana vairagasya iva sangnang bhaga itingana. These are the 6 opulences. What are the opulences? Wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge and renunciation in complete form. But when Krishna comes in Kali Yuga, he does not exhibit these opulences. He is known as Channa Avatar, covered incarnation. Covered incarnation means he covers his opulences as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I was giving that talk in Rajasthan. And one new person came, he challenged me that how you can say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is a reference in Shastra for Krishna. There is a reference for reference for Lord Ram. But where is the reference in Shastra that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Good question. That's why it is our duty to establish Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead based on Shastra. The way the associates of Lord Chaitanya are doing it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and his associates. So you should not be sentimental, oh, Mahaprabhu is God. On what basis? Avatara nahi kahe, ami avatar, muni sab jani kahe, lakhana vichar. Chaitanya Chaitamrita explains that avatar does not declare that he is avatar. Muni, the saintly people, they judge he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, lakhana vichar, by seeing the symptoms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which are revealed in Shastra. This definition of God is also given by Parashar Muni, and that is given in Shastra. You should know why Krishna is God, because Krishna exhibited these 6 opulences in full. That's why we accept Krishna as God. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you want to accept him as God, there must be references. So Srimad Bhagavatam itself is the pramana, Mahabharata is the pramana, Upanishad is the pramana, Puranas is the pramana. The most interesting pramana is Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna varnang tisha krishnang sangopangasta parshadam jaggai sankirtanai prae jajantihi sumedasa. Our acharyas are explaining on this verse different kinds of explanation on each and every word of this verse. It's very, very important. Krishna Varna, there is explanation of Krishna Varna. Tisha or Krishna. His color is not black. So what color? He's telling not black color. So which color? It's not telling golden color. That's why Jiva Goswami is analyzing the verse spoken by Kardama Muni that Krishna has come. Krishna comes in 4 forms, 4 colors. Which color? White color, then red color, black color and yellow color. So all three colors have already come. So which color remains? Yellow color. So in Kali Yuga, Lord comes in yellow color, golden form, golden avatar. So Chaitanya Charitamrita also explains, Radha bhavo duti subolitang nomi Krishna sarupam. So Krishna as a sarupa. What is our sarupa? Jiver sarup hoy Krishna nitya das. That is our constitutional position. We are the eternal servant of Krishna. So what is the constitutional position of Krishna? What is his position? Ete changsha kalapangsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradi Vyakulam Lokam Mirayanti Juge Juge. This is the constitutional position of Krishna. He is Swayam Bhagavan. And Prabhupada has translated wonderfully, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not God. He is the God of all gods. The Supreme God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the source of everything and also the source of all gods. That is the constitutional position of Krishna. So then what is who is Mahaprabhu? Krishna Varna. So Krishna has the Varna of God, Supreme Personality of God. That is his Varna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same Varna, Krishna Varna. So means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not avatar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is avatari. He is the source of all gods. Ete changsha kalapungsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Same. Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachisita Hoilo Sei Balaram Hoilo Nitai. There is no difference between Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balaram and Nitai. Actually, very interestingly, Nityananda Prabhu was having a tour of all the tirthas in India. So at the end he landed up in Vrindavan. And he was seeing all the beautiful places of pastimes of Krishna. But he saw that everything is there, but the throne is empty. There is no Krishna here. Then he approached the sadhus there. So what happened? Where is Krishna? He is not in Vrindavan. He said, you don't know, this is the age of Kali. This is not Dapar Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, Krishna has gone to Nadia. He is in Navadvip now. Go to Navadvip to see Krishna there. So if you want to find Krishna in Kali Yuga, you have to come to Navadvip, not in Vrindavan. Because Krishna has changed his place from Vrindavan to Navadvip Dham. In that way, Nityananda Prabhu is revealing that Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. But same but different. Achinta Veda Veda. His identity is also Achinta Veda Veda. Radha Bhavo Duti. His Krishna, but two differences there. Color is different and mood is also different. Mood is also different. Most merciful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful. Namo Mahabadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratisya Namaha. What is the meaning? Most merciful, most merciful. What is that? We say that. Most munificent, most merciful, most magnanimous. But we have to know how. So first he is giving the most precious thing. What is that most precious? Braja Prema Bhakti, not love of Godhead. Love of Godhead can be given by anybody, any incarnation. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving Braja Prema Bhakti. Especially the gopis' love for Krishna. In Braj, but particularly the gopis' love for Krishna. That love Mahaprabhu is distributing freely. Brahmaro durlabha prem sabakare jache. In other incarnation, condition apply. You surrender unto me, then I'll take care of you. Right? If you don't surrender, no result. But in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not demand surrender. Rather, he runs behind. Please take love of Godhead. Please take love of Godhead. That is the position of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So I'll just analyze. Time is running. Lord Ram, Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all are very merciful, but there is a different level of mercy. Don't try to be judgmental, but try to understand the most magnanimous nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this age of Kali. So Lord Ram was in the forest. And he saw in the forest that a big pile of bone is there. Human bone and skeleton. So Lord Ram inquired, why? Why is this? So it was communicated to him, there are some man-eating rakshasas there in this forest. The saintly people who come to do tapasya here, they are eaten up by these rakshasas. And that's why so many bones. As soon as Lord Ram heard that, he became very angry. He took his bow and arrow. Where are those demons? Where are those rakshasas? I want to kill all of them now. He became very, very angry. So Sita Devi said, my dear Lord, cool down, relaxed. They are demons, but they are also your sons. Be relaxed. And I see, whenever you take up your bow and arrow, your mood changes. Please give up your bow and arrow. He said, I cannot give up my bow and arrow because I have come to annihilate the demons and to protect the sadhus, but opposite is happening. So I have to do my duty. For that I have to carry my bow and arrow. Then Lord Ram thought, oh, Sita Devi is wanting, I should give up my bow and arrow. He said, okay, your desire will be fulfilled when I will appear as Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. So your desire will be fulfilled. So Krishna appeared in Gokul. When he was only 6 days old, Putana came. Then every day some demons come. So Radharani started thinking that Ram Leela was better. So he started killing later on. But in Braj, from the age of 6 days, he started killing. Left, right and center every day. Then she approached him. He said, you told that when you will appear as Krishna, you will not kill the demons. He said, I never said like that. I told that I will not use my weapons. See, I am following my words. In Vrindavan, I am killing each and every demon without any weapon. That is the way Krishna kills in Vrindavan. He does not use any weapon. So Radharani thought that very difficult person to deal with. It's too much to handle. So then Radharani, out of compassion, entered into the heart of Krishna. And when Radharani entered into the heart of Krishna, Krishna Chandra became Gaura Chandra Bhagavan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, but inside is Radharani. And Radharani is the most merciful personality. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most merciful personality. So devotees are more merciful. And it is said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful, but Nityananda Prabhu is much more merciful than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how is that? There is no time. Maybe later on we can discuss that whoever was rejected by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was accepted by Nityananda Prabhu. So the rejection does not exist in Nityananda Prabhu's arena. Everybody is accepted. Starting from Jagai Madai, all the rejected, whomever Mahaprabhu rejected, Nityananda Prabhu delivered them. He is very, very merciful. Mahaprabhu embraced them and gave people love of Godhead. Nityananda Prabhu by glancing gave love of Godhead. Not to embrace also. By glancing, people got love of Godhead. That was the level of mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. So we are very, very fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has given us Gaur Nitai. And Prabhupada writes in the purport that Nityananda Prabhu delivered only one Jagai Madai. But by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, his followers can deliver many Jagai and Madai. He is talking about himself, but he is not talking about himself directly. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, so many people are getting delivered all over the world. That is the most merciful nature of His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So the mercy magnifies. As disciplic succession moves forward, the mercy magnifies. So we should be more magnanimous, more merciful than the previous acharyas, because that is the mood Mahaprabhu wanted to adopt. We have to be very, very merciful. Because it is said, justice is the highest principle, but compassion is higher than justice. We should not fight for justice. We should be eager to give mercy and compassion. That is the movement Mahaprabhu started. And that is the movement Srila Prabhupada started. This is the movement of compassion. Justice is very good, but compassion is the highest principle. When we build our foundation based on compassion, that is Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Panchatattva ki jai, Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Jai Bhakti Prahar Swami ki jai.
So no time for question answer. If you have any comment, maybe.